Hey there, everyone. The Doctor is in. We are back with more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, continuing the case Recipe for Turnabout. Yes, the tired Pierogi is with me as well. January 7th, 12:52 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? I would say don't say that around Pearl, but I don't think she would know what else that could possibly mean. Isn't it alright as long as he's with his special someone? Tis a joke. Hold on, I gotta adjust my mic. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we've got to find one for Maggie or she's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Alright, let's see here. Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations. Well, then let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, and we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing, too. So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. I was wondering about Shin Yop. You know, like, what he's like and stuff. Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that guy.
I had to beat you so hard it'll feel like you were smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You're saying you Phoenix Wright? 'Cause I'm Phoenix Wright. I'm the one and only.
Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Huh? You did? What did you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into Don Fonione? Fonione? Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story, anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Alright, to Criminal Affairs Department. Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? Feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge.
What are you doing? Call the officers for the briefing, quick!
Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing around the internet. But my email pen pal 1337 Asian Princesses. Save it for later, Yep. Turn it off now. No!
I can't pronounce that.
I have no idea what
Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy. More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He looks lost now that the power to his computer's been cut.
Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to write her a real letter instead of an email.
Alternately, you could write up some reports. Just a suggestion.
Dear 1337 Asian Princesses, how are you? I'm okay. How was the show last night?
Wow, what an awesome job. Maybe I should send in my resume and become chief. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute.
That's the blue badger. It was my idea. I made it. And now it's the national symbol of the police.
So, what's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she. Right, Chief?
Yep. Meet the pink badger.
So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger?
You got it. They're married.
Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief.
You got it. That's marriage for you.
Oh, that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. I mean, handcuffs and marriage is a thing for some people.
But it's the fuzzy kind.
Not for all of them.
Okay.
They're badger stuffies. The fuzz is implied. I guess Maggie's still in question. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Okay. Back to the foray of the flamboyant French flop. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime, too. That's it. Come on, come on. Who's speaking? Hey, that sounds like...
Nah, just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can.
He's getting really worked up about something.
No, that's the wrong number. Ugh. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff.
What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe?
Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just I was just listening to the radio, pal.
To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is. And he's having the twin tea set.
What can I say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal?
You really drove her into a corner, you know.
You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today?
Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese.
It's a Swiss cheese.
You prefer crumbly like aged Parmesan? This case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find.
So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean?
Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean it.
Why? Why is this happening?
He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. his skull's thick enough to withstand the damage, I'm sure. So, did you like the twin tea set?
I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking.
So, how did it taste?
Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate.
Delicate? You mean you liked it? Didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking.
That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad! That's it! It tasted bad! Just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you pay 20 bucks for it, you know?
Maybe you should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Hey Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Elg, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Alright. That means that we need to present Glen Elg's profile.
This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked.
What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya.
Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim.
Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun?
Fun? Oh, I know! So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elk worked yet? You might as well.
His workplace? Where's that?
A computer firm called Blue Screens, Inc. Or something like that.
Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that.
It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look.
Computer firm called Blue Screens Inc., huh? Alright, we'll go there later. I still want to talk to you about the radio, though. So, what were you all excited about earlier?
Huh?
That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something.
Oh, that? That was nothing. I wasn't excited.
Come on, Detective Gumshoe, you can tell little old me. What were you listening to?
Nothing, really. It was just the daily exercise show.
What the? A psyche lock?
This lunch special's lobster sure is great.
Then why are there tears in your eyes? I think that meal would move anyone to tears. Alright, so let's see. Let's go into the kitchen, because maybe there's something new there. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid I'd get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready. I promise.
I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles.
No, stop it. I beg you.
And don't let me down. I'll be watching you.
No, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle.
Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart.
Oh, no, you don't have to worry. You worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's like oil of sandalwood.
I do love raw meat from time to time.
I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now.
I've lost shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. There. Oh, oui, that feels good. Ugh. Oh la la, excusez-moi, monsieur.
My eyes! My eyes!
Your eyes? If you're trouble with your eyes, you need this, la oil of sandalwood.
Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using?
So, Phoenix, there's a thing that you need not to do, and it is not to be a peeping Tom.
I wasn't trying to be a peeping Tom. He just Tommed right in front of my peep. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong?
No, you're alright, monsieur. Perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no?
Oh, not that way.
That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme.
Putting on a brave face, huh?
That's what girls do, Nick. But you're alright. Business feels very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is tray. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive.
But they think you just serve fast food in cheap plastic trays?
Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry.
Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? Mustache and beard is kind of a dead giveaway.
But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to the finale. No one will take it from me.
So, who is that woman you were just talking to?
Oh la, you saw that?
Oh, well, yes. Sorry.
So, who was she? She looks so polite and graceful.
Polite, graceful.
And she likes raw meat and fires, right?
I'll be back next month.
Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you.
If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here.
No, I will have everything ready, I promise.
Now that I think about it. Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Oh, wrong button. Dang it. Alright, so back. Present. Ah, yes. Mr. Gene Armstrong's loan contract.
So long as that dead dog exists, I am but a delightful angel with la broken wings.
An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it.
Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them.
Help them with what?
Mais bien sûr, I did not owe them the money. I would have refused. My hands were tied.
Please, what did you agree to help them with?
I cannot say. If I tell you, some woman, she will slice me up and eat me with a salad garnish.
Yeah. I hope he doesn't mean that it'll be literally sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah! Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's,
Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh?
no, I'd say it's more a sign of the bad current culinary skills.
The woman who is here, she's the scary woman. She is from the loan office.
Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from?
Oui, $10 it is called.
Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money.
Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10.
$10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya.
Hey,
Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So, tender lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? What if that had anything to do with this case?
I'm a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me.
Who is this he? I mean, I don't necessarily know that he knows the difference between a man and a woman, but, you know.
The tiger.
The tiger?
Oui, he's the manager of the Tenderlander, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that old scooter he rides, I start to cry.
Big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance?
Oh, no, no, no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Oh, no. Oui, it does have the spiky hair, just like you. Oui, there is a resemblance there, I suppose.
Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all.
If you want to visit the Tenderlander, it's just beyond Vitamin Square.
Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Alright. Let's do Vitamin Square first, just because I've got to want to try and get any scenes with Tiger done and over with sooner rather than later. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. Kinda hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Oh, look. Scooter's got tape on it now. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick, lost in a vast urban jungle. Huh? Don't worry, someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? I used to love sandboxes like you would not believe. Really? You? Sure. Finding iron filings in the sand with a magnet was my favorite thing to do. Iron filings. Wow, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron filings I found that way back when. You want them? No. This place is so fruity. It's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. And that apple slide is perfect for you. And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! No way. I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone can see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too. Hey, look! Pigeons! Yeah, and heaps of them, too. Did you know that pigeons are a symbol of peace? That's a dove, not a pigeon. Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Looking at this orange reminds me. Of what? That you're supposed to eat a lot of them to ward off the colds in the winter. Ward off colds. You can't have fun during the holidays if you're sick in bed, you know? Speaking of fun, if we get Maggie acquitted, maybe we can all get together sometime. Okay, but what do we play with someone who's never even won a game of tic-tac-toe? How about we change the rules a bit, then? We could play Old Maid, and, we could say that the person who's left with the Old Maid at the end is the winner. How's that? Not bad. Not bad at all. We could even rename the game to Fair Maiden. She'd lose that one, too. Okay, I think I've exhausted my options here, so moving on to Tender Lender. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing.
Welcome.
Talk about a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die.
You're here to discuss a loan?
No, not exactly.
The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please.
She's gone, just like that. Guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course, no one will ever know.
Coffee?
Ah!
I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly.
Yes, thank you.
Do not touch the desk, please.
Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here? Alright, don't touch the desk, don't touch the desk. Oh, there's ashes on the floor. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey, there's a book of matches here, too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. These matches could come in handy. You might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Let's see. This round doll thing's called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? Bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reverse eye person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about. These aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey! There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane! Cars registered to the Cadaverinis? Huh. So it's not even the Tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Yeah, it's a shogi piece. Win through compromise? I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me.
That
Ah!
That's Tender Lender's guiding principle.
Oh?
Compromise the customer to win.
Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, Sorry. As long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Ugh. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this! This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. Same color as my suit. Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya! Nick, take a look at this.
Some cake.
Ah!
I'll just leave it here for you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Just wait here quietly. Otherwise,
Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure.
I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand?
I'm scared, Nick. So? What were you getting so excited about before?
Look, on the lapel of the suit.
That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No, wait, look at this thing. It's made of paper. It's a cardboard badge. Yeah. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when they see one? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud, it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into.
Have you finished the coffee?
Ah! Yes, thanks. It was lovely.
So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup.
That coffee, it was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me! Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? Doop doop doop. Doop doop doop. Doo doop doop. Oh, welcome in, Spider ZX9. How are you? It's the claw of the tiger, it's the kill and the fright. It's a demo CD. The artist name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Come out from under the desk, Maya.
What are you two snooping in my office for?
Nothing. We were just...
My precious carpet. Use God ash on my rug. You gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door.
It wasn't us. It was already like...
Yous wanna argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs.
Oh. Don Tigre, you're back.
That voice, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears.
I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over the ashtray earlier and...
Has she got a death wish or what?
Oh, right.
Huh?
Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing.
Chrome gave the tiger a new nickname, Dante Gray. Because I said Don T. Gray. Dante Gray. That's kind of funny. What?
I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute. You hear?
That is so unfair.
Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan.
Gah! Phoenix, right?
Yes?
You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gotta come up and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phony.
I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
You should have left the little girl at home, right?
I have a few things I want to...
No questions. This is the last time we meet.
Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Like you're one to talk? I didn't hear you scream, "Hold it," either.
The espresso. And cookies.
This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender.
With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest. And an attractive repayment policy.
Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well?
We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender.
Hey, Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co. at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game, for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much.
Tender Lender is on your side.
So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then?
We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee.
Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember, I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. So, you know about the incident we're investigating?
What incident?
Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident.
Let me see. I was here that day with the manager.
The manager being the tiger?
Furio Tigre.
Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Shin Yop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Alright, I guess I gotta present his profile for some asinine reason. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre?
Cookie.
Sure?
How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself.
Go ahead, Nick. The honor's all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together?
We are lovers.
That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice.
And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me.
The tiger saved you?
Please address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to.
Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. You saved her life? I'd sure like to know how that happened.
I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died. Once.
You died?
About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. It has forsaken these lands.
I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx.
But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything.
Everything?
When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy.
No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe.
I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso.
I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you've got that bandage around your head?
This?
So what's the story with the bandage?
They put it on after the operation.
Operation?
It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury.
A fatal injury? I just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh boy. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. Alright, still gotta punch bag. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way! You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? Hold up. There we go. That's a bit better. I knew it. I was right before. Back in Tribulations, fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Alright, so now that we've gotten all the information we currently can out of Viola... Oh no. There he is! Old C's back feeding the pigeons again!
There, take this, and this, and get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya, just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man! What are you doing, Maya?
Huh?
Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet it really hurt his pride in his courtroom this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo! Look, we really need to talk to you, all right?
Out with the demons, in with the good fortune.
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds! Shell splinters! Painful! I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. The dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
You listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino.
We hear you.
And another thing. The young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens as his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you! Tell you!
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat! Take this!
You said you were a craftsman, right?
Waterworld casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer. I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose. Scream right down his ear hole. Objection!
Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? Don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside, and it's ready to burst out.
I'm start rambling now. He might never shut him up. What should I do? Cut in. Actually, we've got places to go, things to check and stuff. Maybe another time?
Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbling to do.
Yes. This girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all. Honest. What? I never said that!
Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring this along with you.
What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger? You really want someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint. Let me skip ahead. I think that I'm supposed to let him grumble. Suck it up. I guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then.
Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. What's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why do people say what they mean? Get lost. That's what they're trying to say. Oh, yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there, too?
Yes, I did, the very day the young brat was poisoned.
What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. I broke that face. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. When the order was shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, call the police.
Call them yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time.
So did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call them on your cell phone?
Tuh! Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
Went looking for one?
Couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered for around 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Yes, sirree, the owner was a Trabian on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, that man, whatever it is, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? A certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah!
Oh, sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead,
I need to get more details about exactly what happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Alright, now we go back to TradeBN, and we're going to move ourselves over to Blue Screens Inc. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, hello. I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. Electricity from Star Force. Nice. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some sort of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elg's? That's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then, do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So, what does your HMD say about my power level?
It's over 800. Ugh.
Oh, sorry, it's upside down. It's over 8. Leading zeros are quite the annoyance. Alright, let's see. Talk, right. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. Doesn't matter, they analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I am researching the impact of time slicing on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, obstructed includes response time and performance, so the co-independence of variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of the execution.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil?
You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It is terrible.
Can you tell us anything that might be helpful?
I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too. But I could not tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Oh.
How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already?
No, not yet. It is this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it.
I guess there might be a clue here somewhere.
Oh, look at this desk, Nick.
What a mess! It's pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? No whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. Clean up my desk when Maya stopped asking silly questions. No hurry, then.
Hey, this calendar!
What about it? This is another hint about tidying. You can forget it.
Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen.
December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else?
Yeah, it says meet with the tiger.
The tiger? He's really pounding that keyboard, isn't he?
Wow, I bet that's where the pro and programmer comes from, huh?
Guess I shouldn't be resting on my laurels. Gotta expand my skill set and all that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I could become old CD's apprentice.
And what about your spirit medium training?
No clues here. Hello.
Hey, look, Nick, it's a supercomputer. It looks like it's really smart and wise, doesn't it?
Computers are only as smart as the humans who use them, Maya.
That explains why we don't use the computer in our office.
You work there too, Maya.
Yeah, but at least I'm... Please, do not argue about something that is so trivial. Otherwise, the computer will laugh at you.
She said she'd laugh at us, Nick.
She's a human, Maya, not a computer.
Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets.
What kind of betting tickets?
For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets.
Oh, wow, these drawers are stuffed full of these.
Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. There's over 500 of them. Losing ticket level, it's over 500. That's what the scouters are for. They need to find out how many losing tickets the guy has.
This many tickets would get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center?
But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick.
I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya.
Those pillars almost look like they're moving. It's kind of unsettling.
Nah, they just look a bit twisted or warped or whatever word I'm looking for. This office was designed with a futuristic feel in mind.
Futuristic?
Yes, we tried to imagine what things might look like in the future when we designed it. It helps to soothe and calm the soul. On second thought, I agree with you, Nick. This place is really unsettling.
Alright, I don't think there's anything else for me to examine here, so... He's got what appears to be a sleeping bag underneath his desk. That doesn't bode well. Alright, let's see what happens if I present some of this evidence to her.
Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop access password protected.
Super admin restricted desktop access password requestus?
What? This is madness!
No, that's Sparta. No, Maya, that is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code word. Maybe it's Dante Gray? Son of Sparta? Code word?
Sesame! If it's not Sesame, then it must be your mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. Guess she just doesn't want to talk about this. Maybe we should focus on asking about Glen Elg. What do you say? About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality.
Notice what she does when she is pointing to evidence. She goes off to the side and then points to it. She's leaning on the 4th wall, basically.
Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That is what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute! Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry, why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Three psyche locks. Guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Alright, that does it. Take that! So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I am sorry, sir, but we do not deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you would like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? Guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this? Take that! What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glen Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that is a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I do not believe that proves anything on its own. Right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Let's see. Take that! The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No! You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there is no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but... It is hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, is it not? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Take that! Mr. Elg met with someone on the day he was killed.
He even made a note on this calendar about the meeting. Meet with the tiger.
What is the relevance of that? Are you trying to suggest Glenn was meeting him to discuss his debt?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But I have never heard anything about this tiger before. Maybe he is not even human. Maybe he really is a tiger.
I'm no programmer, but does she really expect me to buy such messed up logic? In that case, I think it's time to introduce you to the tiger.
Take that!
Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt.
No! It is true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think.
$100,000? Ouch!
But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear.
Shame Maggie couldn't get that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then?
Well, this is not easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money.
His talents?
I suspect he was talking about programming.
What computer program is worth $100,000?
Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work.
I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Let's see.
Take that!
This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can access the information.
I know Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. So close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Alright, let's see. No. Ah. Maybe that's it.
Take that!
This is a very delicate matter. Without the necessary data, there's really no way I can access the information.
No, Mr. L created some sort of program. She can't deny it if I show her the program itself as evidence. So close to cracking her. Alright, so I don't have enough evidence, because that's all I've got on MC Bomber right now. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Alright, I need to take a break for just a little bit, and I will be back in some time. So I'm going to run some ads while I'm gone. Sorry for the delay. We have returned. Okay. Right. We don't have enough evidence, which means we need to move. So let's try presenting the Oh wait, no. We need to talk to Maggie still. So let's go to the detention center. Oh, she's still not there. Okay. Back to Tribulations then. So we'll try to connect Thomas Gumshoe here. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to?
No, wait, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big just like Glen Elk did.
It's like you can see right through me.
Huh? You've cracked him already?
See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try.
What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go?
I won 50 cents. It's better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal.
Bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now?
It's just after 1:30.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? If you bought the ticket for $1, then 150 cents. Yeah, that's not great. If he bought the lottery ticket for 50 cents and got 50 cents back, that's not bad.
He just essentially broke even.
You know.
But if he bought it for $1 and 50 cents, then he's at a loss.
That is kind of insulting.
Yeah.
And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time?
Yeah, look, I got this flyer for when I bought the ticket.
Millionaire Radio Flyer. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money.
Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit.
About Maggie's case, you mean?
No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside.
Oh, okay. Well, see you later then. Bye. You better get going, Detective, or you'll be late.
Actually, I kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one.
A favor?
Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me.
What is it?
It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight.
Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat.
You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of the tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? Took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal.
Can't exactly say no, can I? That is a lot of meat.
Well, he is in love with her, so I guess that's the more work-appropriate way of going about it.
There's so much I could say to that, but I'm not going to, because this is a family-friendly stream. description. Gumshoe's lunchbox. A tenderly handmade lunchbox. Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Arf, arf!
Wow, that's a lot of dachshunds that he packed into there.
It's like my stomach's in a fog. Or fogs are in my stomach. Okay. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry.
Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie.
It's finally gone. Alright, so now, off to the detention center.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you?
Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened.
Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. He was all over the place with his testimony.
He's not the only one.
Huh? What do you mean?
Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway.
Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Alright. I've got to present her the wiener. It's wieners, plural. Oh, yeah, I got something you're gonna love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe?
He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort in making this, too.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that.
The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
I mean, that's true. I mean, they're worried somebody stuck a file in one of those sausages.
Possible.
Pretty sure I've seen that happen somewhere, too. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier.
And anyway, I hate weenies.
Oh, really?
It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But...
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. Maggie is ex-cop, yes.
But... I guess so.
Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya.
Well, how was it?
I hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yup, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him.
But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup?
So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it.
Oh, yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right?
It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. I never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir.
Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing, too.
Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me.
You said that you passed out when the victim, Lynn L, collapsed, right?
Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir.
So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at
No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright?
The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture.
Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old Seedy wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police.
Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time.
No! You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you?
When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all.
It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright?
Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier.
I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir.
Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out.
Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old Seedy. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man.
He's not really that bad of an old man, though.
Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it.
Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you?
Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table. It's true there was another customer in the restaurant.
Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo.
But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old, middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman.
A woman?
Are you sure, Maggie? Oh, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy.
Was she by any chance overweight with a beard and mustache?
No,
I know which one she's talking about too, but I just wanted to make the joke.
And she had kind of a cackling laugh.
Creepy. Oh, Morticia, right.
Cackling?
Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently?
I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about ex-cons or the clientele of Tribulations, sir. Oh, don't let it keep me down, Maggie.
Alright, so... let me go back to evidence. Maybe if I present the MC Bomber... I got it. So the lottery thing was going on at 1:30. Time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30. Interesting.
That's the paper the victim had with him, isn't it? That's what we think, madam.
Madam?
I kind of remember him having a paper, actually. And I remember something about this MC Bomber, too. It was written on the CD that disappeared as well, wasn't it? I don't suppose it makes any difference if there was one CD or two, right?
I can present the CD to her, but she doesn't react to it. I don't get it. Present the poison to her? Right, the poison. The poison that killed Glen Elk. Glen Elk's poison. That poison.
Potassium cyanide? I've never heard of that poison before in my life, sir. Okay, maybe I have, but I've never seen it before. That's the truth. I wouldn't even know where the nearest potassium cyanide dealer is in the first place.
Potassium cyanide dealers? Sounds like another group of drug pushers to avoid. In any case, this definitely isn't something you can pick up just anywhere.
Oh, curse my rotten luck. The criminal must have stuck the bottle in my apron while I was unconscious.
Oh, yeah, that's from when I was carrying a customer's breakfast over to them. The ketchup splotch, you mean?
My whole face was fire engine red thanks to that stuff.
But you spilled the ketchup on your apron, didn't you? I don't see how. The ketchup-covered omelet went flying and hit the customer in the face. Oh, talk about its tomato red face. Makes me wish I could have seen it myself. Yeah, I guess. It was kind of a sight to behold. I know I used to be on... No. Tiger. Maybe this is relevant. No, not relevant yet. Maybe if I present the tiger to her.
Holy smokes, that's him!
Huh?
That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I am not sunburned like an over-dried tomato, so I don't know how. He told me he'd been on a business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. I'm not hearing this. Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this. Well, the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There was no one else there.
Mr. Armstrong wouldn't. He wouldn't set me up, would he?
Absolutely not a robot. Okay, not helpful. Alright, we're gonna move on to the Criminal Affairs Department.
The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? Superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet, too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online and I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend.
Some young guy. Wow. This place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big.
Huh? What are you doing here, pal?
Detective Gumshoe.
Can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay.
Huh?
We got big problems here today.
Why? What's going on?
It's a virus! A virus!
A virus?
There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system.
I really need to ask you some questions. Like, I don't know, MC Bomber, for example. Detective Gumshoe, about this.
What? I'm trying to concentrate on back. Ah! This is it! This stupid name! I remember it now!
I thought so. Here it comes.
Just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on?
It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it.
The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber.
What?
Yeah, the virus has just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber.
Can you give us any more details, please?
We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met.
Who are they?
I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess.
And now the virus has been released, huh?
Yeah, it's in every computer and every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival.
All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie.
Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the route of this virus on the black market.
Someone put this virus up for sale?
Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal.
In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Okay, there we go.
Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up.
Yes.
No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like Tender Linda, you hear?
Okay.
If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there.
We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information.
Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender Linda is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. It seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts.
Really?
Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. I really regret it if you upset that lady.
Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? Better find out what the story is with this lady. Alright, computer viruses. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe?
I don't know.
But,
Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal?
you're right, but detectives are supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable.
What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is?
Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Wait, oh, you know everything, Professor Nick.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on.
Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling you're making fun of me? Okay, fine, I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage.
Damage? She means it makes the machine go boom and explode?
No, damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? And all the case data you've got stored in your PCs here in the station. The virus can wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that the viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? The virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster.
Just like a real virus, huh?
But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that?
Yeah, it takes ages to type in all the data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal?
No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible.
Oh, I get it. It's like you're sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold.
Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who, what, where, when, and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage.
And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before.
The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too. Oh, I was supposed to go through all that spiel before I presented the MC Bomber thing. Alright, well, I've got a certain lady to present to him.
That's the girl who works over at Tender Linda. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it.
She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she?
That should be the least of your worries, pal.
What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Is that Sigma virus? Yeah, I mean, Sigma virus is not unlike the MC Bomber.
Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini.
Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him.
Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family.
The Cadaverinis? That's one scary-sounding name.
We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on? aren't you?
No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis?
Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who.
You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about?
Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They got too much moolah.
Moolah? Is in...
They pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market.
Black market, huh? And that includes tender lender, I take it?
Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean no one.
Interesting.
So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then?
Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him.
So... how did she end up a tender lender?
I don't know, pal. I heard she and the boss at Tender Linda are pretty tight.
Tight?
That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case.
Seems like a pretty important clue.
Ah! I can't believe it! I almost forgot the most important thing!
And that is?
You know, the lunchbox! How did everything go?
The lunchbox?
You remember the weenies? I hate weenies!
Oh, yeah, those weenies.
So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch?
Huh? Well, it was delicious.
Yeah? That's what she said? Really?
Well, not exactly.
Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared.
Prepared? What do you mean?
I made a jumbo lunchbox.
Oh.
Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this?
Sure is a heavy burden. In more ways than one.
Just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that.
Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Gumshoe's lunchbox given to Maya. Again.
I really can't eat anymore.
Alright, we got all the information and weenies we're gonna get out of Gumshoe. And she's gone. Très bien. And let's see. Blue screen's ink. I've got enough information to get the goods on MC Bomber.
Take that!
Alright, blah 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 blah. Mr. Elk's troubles have something to do with horse racing tickets. Gambling was not restricted to horse races. He also bought lottery tickets.
Take that!
His real problem was with the tiger.
Take that!
Proof that Glen Elg and Curio Tigre knew each other was with this calendar. The program in question that was worth $100,000, was it by any chance this?
Take that!
There we go. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber.
No! Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep.
You mean he was in debt?
Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky.
Risky? How?
Maybe he's gonna become a waitress at Tribulations.
Where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh?
The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market.
Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts.
I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Use the trash can, Nick, instead of throwing them on the floor. Okay, so now... Okay, so Glen Elks is potentially worth millions of dollars. Let's try to go back to Tribulations. Move over to the kitchen, perhaps? Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. I don't think he was ever in. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here and alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Clarice Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? Looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool. Read one out. And say it in your best French accent, with intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. Ahem. It's called Printemps. The two of them, like actors from a film, the coffee is still undrunk. Sweet nothings are way too soon on that sad Sunday morning. The foolish cocktail is so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you. I must. Huh? That's it? Yep, that's a poem for you. I don't think there's anything new here, so I'm gonna move on. Diamond Square. Tender Lender. She's got something about the head bandage.
Take that!
You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct?
Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently.
Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this?
Take that!
Well?
Donuts.
Huh?
I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one.
What's inside?
Jam and...
I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. Guess that was a flop. What happened to this woman for her to have such a huge bandage around her head? There must be some piece of evidence that will prompt her to tell me what happened. Oh. I wasn't expecting an achievement for that. Alright, so let's see. The injury in question, did it, instead of a scooter, have something to do with this car repair bill?
Take that!
I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident.
Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why.
Take that!
I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you?
It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one.
Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right?
I don't know what happened to them. They ran away. Or so I heard.
Ran away?
If they'd stayed, I'd have...
Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been...
Take that!
It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident.
It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all. Is he?
It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him, too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Oh, doggone it. Pressed the wrong button.
Take that!
Alright, let's try this again. Yada yada. Alright, injury in question has to do with the car repair bill.
Take that!
You're related to the Cadaverinis through your grandfather. Technically your parents too, but you know. The person who committed the hit and run is most likely this fellow. Alright, I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike.
Take that!
It's not exactly a motorbike, but... Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who's caused the accident, haven't they?
It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true.
I knew it.
But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive.
How much are we talking?
Very, very, very expensive.
She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? You don't want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else.
Take that!
Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? I think he scared the snot out of your boyfriend. And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but If you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
Ow, 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 ow. Okay, where was I?
Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big.
They said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million bucks?
My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. I mean, he's got first-hand experience with both, so that is certainly why he would have such strong feelings about that. Is everything all right, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Okay, back to... Right.
Hey, bonjour! I've been waiting for you to return.
Mr. Armstrong? Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Well, he hasn't got anything to say to yous fellas.
It's Shen Yap!
Who you calling Shenny Oop?
Come out from under the table already, Maya.
Okay, hand it over.
What?
You just wanna play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now!
Oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you.
Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just wanna know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. It ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad.
I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million used to pay this off.
You crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two.
Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, désolé. I cannot argue with him. Ugh. That really hurt.
Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter.
Wait!
Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright.
I was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital. Evidence.
Hold it, pal!
Detective Gumshoe!
Detective? You think she was gonna stop me, copper? Beat it! Bam! Oh, hey, come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me.
But
Go, pal, take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
all right, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind.
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tenderlander is going down. Alright, saving progress. Okay, let's see. Really? Okay, well. I was not expecting that I could give him a raid. So we're going to start a raid here. This is Dr. Novelle signing out for this evening. Hope to see you on Sunday when I continue Batman Arkham Asylum, and next week when I continue this. But let us begin the raid now.